I haven't been able to get this creepy motel out of my head since we were there in June. It's just something that keeps coming up for me. So before we even got to that motel, we were looking for places to stay because we were on our way home from vacation. And as soon as I saw the picture of this motel on the website, I got a really weird feeling and got a sense that there's just some weird energy going on at that motel. Then we get to the motel and it absolutely had a weird vibe. It didn't help that it was like middle of the night and raining and we're in the middle of the mountains. So just the whole thing was a vibe, was an energy, but the motel itself just felt off. And I've stayed in some motels and some not fancy places, and it was different than this. It wasn't just like oh, this is a little sketchy kind of place. It was like something is weird. And then when I saw the separate little, it was like the 1-story unit, and there were like some chairs out front and even a potted plant. So it kind of looked like maybe this was for longer stay residents or something. But then there was the one door that was open and just completely dark in that room, and the vehicle parked right there as well. Of course, this could have just been like somebody that was partying and drank too much and like opened their door to listen to the storm, or even just forgot to shut it when they got there or whatever. But the whole vibe, again, felt very weird. There was something going on. And then the next morning when we woke up and I checked, the door was still open. The room was still dark. The door was still open. And I couldn't really see into it, but it kind of looked like there weren't even any sheets or anything on the bed. I was really curious and kind of wanted to go check it out, but it was pouring down rain, thunderstorming, severe thunderstorm. We were just trying to kind of get our stuff in the cars to get going so we could get back home. My family also convinced me that it was probably just somebody drunk or something, but I really kind of wish that I had checked, and now at this point it almost feels too far in the future to do anything about it. But I did pull some tarot cards today because I was curious, what is going on, and this is what I got. So just the overall energy of that motel, those little buildings, the units, is obviously we were there at night, but there is kind of just a lot of like unsettled energy, some anxieties, some weird energy that comes into play in people's minds at this place. In regards specifically to that room with the open door, I got the sense that this was like a traveler or somebody kind of on the road, that maybe there was also a little bit of partying that had occurred. Somebody kind of a wayward soul sort of situation, and that there was definitely like a little bit of partying. And then I got these 2 cards. This involves the law. This doesn't always necessarily mean like death or harm, but just considering the whole vibe of everything and the vibe and the energy I was picking up on while I was there, this is very fitting. So then I did an internet search and I put in the name of the town and the motel in, and just included death, and this is what came up. Now this happened 2 months prior to when we were there, but I think that is kind of crazy. I think I maybe was picking up on that energy, and now I don't know which room those 2 people were found in, but I can't help but wonder if maybe it was that room with the open door. Maybe they ever since those people were found, they've just had that door open to kind of like air it out or something. I'm not really sure. I am omitting the name of the town and stuff just because I don't want to draw attention to this if the, loved ones of the people who were found happen to stumble on this video. I want to kind of keep it anonymous for them. But yeah, what are your thoughts? What do you think happened here, based on the cards or based on your own intuition?